This one thing only can really change your life. Nobody talks about this, and if they do, they talk about it like occasionally, but it's actually really important, and it can change your reality, and I mean literally. And that is a form of something that you are doing every single day without realizing. And by the way, you're always manifesting. Manifestation is just like anything else, just like breathing, just like your heart beating. You're doing it unconsciously 24/7. So, one of those things that help to manifest your desired reality when you are conscious of it is your inner talk. How do you talk to yourself and how do you talk to others? How many times you argued with somebody in your mind and all of a sudden something happens between you and that person. He says something that gets under your skin, that rubs you the wrong way, that makes you feel a bit off towards him. This can be a family member, this can be your partner, this can be anyone else. How do you speak to that person in your imagination? What is the inner dialogue, the inner talk between you and that person? Ask yourself that question. I want you to ask it right now. I'm here. Think about the last person you actually had beef with. Most likely, you were thinking about that person in not so harmonious way. Not in a harmonious way at all. Like you were beefing with them, you were trying to fight and argue with that person, and then all of a sudden, it turned to be worse. This is it. Your inner talk, your inner conversations is so important because you are manifesting 24/7. It's something that you are doing every single second. You are just now becoming aware that you are doing it. And this is what most people get wrong. They think that when you are getting into spirituality and knowing that you have the responsibility to control the things around you and then give it to the inner man, the inner being, give it to God that is within you and all around you, you now know that you have responsibilities. And one of those responsibilities is the responsibility of the inner speech. I remember Neville Goddard, and I love Neville. He talked about a woman that came to him, and she was like trying to tell him that, hey, there is a coworker that is so mean to me. And that coworker is not changing, and I cannot do anything, and I don't know what to do. So here is what Neville told her. Neville told her, did you have any arguments in your mind while going to work? And she admitted that every single day while going to work, she had an argument with that person every single day on her way to the work. So what did she do? What did she do? And what did he tell her to fix that situation? Here it is. Ready? He told her, every single day you are going to work, imagine that you are talking to that person, that coworker, and everything is fine. He is telling her to change her inner dialogue, the inner state of being, the inner conversation with that person. And guess what? In a very short amount of time, that person that was so mean to her changed his behavior. And all of a sudden, they became friendly. Why? Because she changed the idea of him inside of her imagination. She changed the concept of him towards her. And this is why the universe says you pushed out. What you consent to be true about yourself will be externalized. But also, what you consent to be true about anyone else will be externalized. So it doesn't stop only by you, but what do you think about other people? Because we are all connected. Beyond time and space, at some point we were all one. And this is very important. This is one of the things that you should work on and be so aware of. Because if you're not aware of it, you'll be just thinking that everything is happening to you. When you are a part of that thing, you are a part of the whole. You are a part of the equation. Actually, you are the catalyst. If you want to think about it in terms of cause and effect, then Your thoughts and feelings are the cause, and this is an effect. But we go beyond that, beyond the five senses. We talk about the law of resonance. So when you are in a state of being that is harmonious with everybody else, then you will be in resonance with the same quality. So you will experience the same quality that you are embodying, the same frequency. And this is so important. Think about it right now. I want you to tell me down below if you actually beefed with somebody in your brain and it happened, and vice versa, if you actually was trying to be friendly with someone in your imagination and it also happened. Tell me about that. So, going back to what I'm trying to say is if you are now on bad terms with somebody else, maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's your friend, anybody else, anyone that is in your life and you feel like you are not on good terms with that person. Here is one of the simplest things that you can do to actually alter that situation to a better one. And believe me, this is because we are all connected beyond time and space. At some point, we were all one. The one is the all are the one. And this is why the universe is mental. Try and see your inner conversations toward that person. Towards that person, you will find yourself having, resistance towards them. Change that. See him as a sacred being. He got a divine light within him. And once you do that, give them the idea that you want to see him expressed towards you. For example, if the same situation happened to you, like the coworker thing, and you find that coworker is so mean to you, imagine that he's friendly to you. Imagine a conversation with them that you both are going along well. With your parents, maybe you are fighting a lot. Imagine that they are actually good to you. With your partner, maybe he told you or she told you something that made you feel a bit sad. Imagine yourself having a conversation where everything is all right. You can do that anytime. You are doing it 24/7. If you think about it, most of the time you are imagining things, imagining scenarios in your mind. So why not make it in a way that is benefiting you rather than a way that is not benefiting you? If you think about it, you'll find yourself accelerating in your life with people, in your relationships, in your friendships, because you are now embodying a state that you are not beefing with everybody, because if you are beefing with everybody, you are beefing with yourself. Because everybody you meet is just a reflection of who you are. So if you are seeing someone that is bad, go within and change the personality of that person towards you, because most likely he is reflecting back to you something that you consent to be true about yourself or about him. And this is something that can be subconscious. So you can sometimes feel like it's not apparent, but it is to the subconscious. That's a fly? I don't know. Anyway, what I want you to do today, starting today, if you are having an argument with somebody and you're not on good terms with them, I want you to watch your inner dialogue, what you are hearing and what you are seeing while you are walking, while you are in the grocery store. You are imagining things. Imagine them lovingly. Imagine that everything is all right. Assume that they are perfect towards you. And before going to bed, if that person is really important to you, imagine that, imagine a scene that implies that you both are on good terms. And that's it. It's simple, yet effective. I'm not going to complicate things to you guys. Do these two things, and everything will be all right. And I know sometimes it can be simple, doesn't mean it can be easy. It is simple. But I'm not putting easy or hard on you, it depends on you. Something that might be harsh for somebody is easy for another, but I assume that it is easy for you because it is simple. And it is easy. Yes, I said it. But persist in it, because sometimes you should be faithful to what you feel inside of you, faithful to your assumption, faithful to your inner state of being, to what you imagined, to what you consent to be true, and know that if there is a contradiction on the outer world, it's just yesterday's news. and reality is just catching up. So stay faithful to your inner dialogue, to your inner state of being, and watch the magic happens. And if you want to know more about how to know more about your subconscious mind, reprogramming the subconscious mind and all that, I spent a lot of time actually searching and trying to find out the answers. This is why I made my ebook, the link in the description box. But you won't need to do anything other than what I just told you. That's it. So start today, start now. You can do it now because you are manifesting and creating, co-creating your life 24/7. So why not start now? Don't procrastinate. Don't just go from one video to another, and just apply the work. And you will find things accelerating in the right direction so fast that you'll be happy that you started. That's it for today's video. Done.